All right, what is SMO? SMO stands for social media optimization. In certain ways, it's similar to SEO, search engine optimization, but I guarantee you they're different. Okay. If you actually Google this right now, stop this video and Google this, you're going to get all types of information, right? The problem is the data that you're receiving, you cannot transcribe it into leads and sales. I mean, you can't take that data that you're getting ready to search and actually have a complete understanding to how to put that into a marketing strategy to actually generate you more sales and move the needle inside of your business. You just can't. Okay. So I created this video so that you have a full understanding what social media optimization truly is and how you can use it for your business and how it also relates to SEO. Okay. Real quick, my name is Ricky Ward. I generate leads and sales for companies, small and medium size is what I specialize in. My major industry is the car business. I grew up in the car business, so it was just kind of easy for me to, transition over to that when it came to the marketing space. And the car business, if you understand it, it's results driven. I mean, I think that's kind of what marketing is morphing into, right? Results. It's what everyone cares about. It doesn't matter about the likes. It doesn't matter about the shares, comments, right? The results. At the end of the day, how much money are we making? How much money are we putting in and how much money are we making, right? So I kind of specialize in generating revenue and focusing on, hey, you give me $1, I give you 5 back, okay? But besides the point, I'm going to go over what SMO is, and I want you guys to have a complete understanding. I don't want you Googling this term and you end up confused and you don't know how it can work for you, and so you just kind of give up on it, okay? So I'm gonna give you a complete understanding. And for you to understand what social media optimization is, how it actually compares to SEO, and if you take my opinion, this right here eventually is going to override this. Okay, so there's a story I want to tell to you guys. I want to share it with you. And if you can grasp the context of this story, you're going to grasp and understand not only what social media optimization is, but why you should pay attention to it and why it's eventually going to be much more powerful than SEO. And in certain ways right now, it truly is. There are people dominating on social media optimization and they're really not doing too much for SEO. So real quick, I want to tell you the story. It's going to start with a guy named David Cook. He was the CEO and founder of Blockbuster. And this story is going to go over how Blockbuster started in an industry which was very competitive at the time, how he was able to expand and then eventually get put out of business by Netflix. Why did all that happen? Okay. And some of you guys probably know the story, but I'm kind of go over it real quick. Blockbuster, when it started, you had a lot of movie rental companies starting at the same time. So it was very competitive. But Blockbuster was able to expand in its marketplace. It literally shifted the industry. So you didn't think about, hey, I'm looking for the nearest movie rental place. You thought about, hey, I'm looking for the nearest Blockbuster. Like Blockbuster became movie rental. So real quick, what they did to actually expand is very simple to understand, okay? Blockbuster, what they went and did when they started, they changed the way the consumer purchased or made a transaction with the business. How they did their research, how they actually made a decision on what movie rental they wanted to go with, how Blockbuster structured up their foundation. They made it ideal for the consumer, okay? And by making things ideal to the consumer, you're able to shift industries, right? For an example, people don't like going to car dealerships anymore. That's how Carvana came. Carvana, you can purchase a vehicle completely online and have it delivered to you, okay? It became very popular, super fast, very fast, right? Why? Because it's so much easier. Consumers are like electricity. They're similar to electricity. They're going to find the least path to resistance. And if you can create that experience, that ideal experience for your consumers, I guarantee you, this is going to set you apart from your competitors. And this is how you're able to shift marketplaces and not only to be able to shift industries, but you're able to do it at a level that you can actually, control, right? So you can't outspend your competitors, your big competitors, okay? Most of them got TV ads, radio ads. They're spending tens of thousands on Google PPC. And if you're a small to medium-sized business, there's no way in the world you're going to compete with them, right? So social media optimization right now is the way you want to go. Okay, here's why. Blockbuster, when they started, again, they had a lot of competition. What the competition did versus what Blockbuster did is the reason why Blockbuster pretty much controlled that entire industry. Okay, all of the competition. When you entered the store, for you to purchase, or I'm sorry, for you to rent out a movie, you had to go up to the counter. So let's imagine you got 20 people in the store at one time. Okay, the moment you walk into the store, you're getting behind a line and you're having to wait for people to make. It's pretty much going to an AMC theater, right? You go into the AMC theater, you go up to the ticket booth, you get your tickets, but then you want to go get some popcorn and stuff like that. So now you're in a line of people, you're in a line with a lot of people, and then you're pretty much kind of, when you get up to the counter, you're kind of like, which one do I want to go with? Do I want this? Do I want that? Do I want that? Right? That's what's happening with the competition, right? People are entering the store, and when they enter into the store, they are literally inside of a line, and the person in front of them are pretty much contemplating, which one do I want to go with, right? That's what the competition did. What Netflix did, it says, no. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to make this so much more efficient. We're going to make this whole process more ideal to our consumers, right? We don't want them standing in a line, okay? We're going to not only expand our inventory, because they delivered 4 to 5 times more inventory than the competitors, right? So they had more titles. But what they did is they put all their titles on the shelves. So what you see in modern day movie rental companies, where you actually enter into the store and you kind of walk around, that is exactly what Blockbuster started. So instead of walking into the store, waiting in the line for someone to make a decision on what movie they want to go with, right? Blockbuster said, no, that's not what we're going to do. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to put all these videos on the shelf. And we're going to have all of our consumers come into the store, walk around. And not only that, we're going to expand their options. So we're going to give them more options to choose from. And we're going to give them the ability to actually kind of walk around our store and see every single title that we have to offer. Okay? That made it so much easier. I mean, imagine that. Imagine having 20 people in the store. Instead of them all sitting in the line, you only have 1 or 2 at a time that's actually waiting in the line. And they're not waiting to kind of figure out what they want. They already decided on what they want. They're just making a transaction so they can get out of the store, right? That structure that Blockbuster started literally expanded the entire marketplace, right? That is why Blockbuster grew so fast, so quickly, okay? They made the customer buying experience ideal to the consumer, okay? So Blockbuster at this time, they're ahead of anyone in their industry, okay? Netflix approaches them. Netflix says, hey, Blockbuster, hey, David Cook, how about we try this out? How about we take all of your titles, we put it on a cloud-based platform. So instead of people having to actually get up, get into their car, commute to the store, walk around, find what they want, right? All they got to do is load up their computer, load up their TV, load up the app, right? Browse through everything that we have to offer, and they can pick and choose what they want, okay? So let me show you what that looks like. On the left, you got Netflix. On the right, you got Blockbuster. Okay. Blockbuster, you had to commute. You had to commute to the store. So you had to literally stop what you were doing, put your clothes on, get in your car, right? And then drive out to the nearest location. And then you have to get out of your car, go inside of the store, walk around, find what you want, and then you have to go up to the counter and deal with a guy. And you have to, and that's how you made your transaction. Okay? Netflix said, no. We're going to do cloud-based. Okay? No more getting in your car. We're going to save you on gas. You don't even have to worry about it. Right? We're going to save you on time, which is more important to most people. You don't have to get dressed. All you have to do is load up your TV, which is already on, right? Just load up our app. And when you load up our app, you can browse through all of our inventory. You don't have to come to our store to browse our inventory like Blockbuster. That's what you had to do, right? So as he's approaching David Cook with this information, right, the CEO of Netflix, David Cook literally laughed the guy out of his office. I mean, at this point in time, the guy was so big. What made Blockbuster, what made David Cook succeed, he declined it later on, which is silly, right? So if making your customers, I mean, he had to know this. Okay, so making it easy for your customers, making it more ideal for your consumers to actually consume your product, right? What made you expand, you declined it later on. Because Netflix said, hey, how about we take all of your titles, we put it on a cloud-based platform, and we only charge the guys $10 a month. We're getting rid of late fees. No late fees. I mean, how many times have you literally rented out a movie, right? And you just forgot to bring, you forgot what day you had to bring it back, right? Then they charge you with these late fees. Netflix says, no, don't worry about that, right? You get to stay at the comfort of your home, browse through as many titles as you want, okay? Pick what you want, and you don't have to pay us any late fee. It's just $10 a month or $7 a month, right? And you can, if you get 30 minutes into a video and you don't like, 30 minutes into a movie and you don't like it, just hit the back button and go search something else. If you did that with Blockbuster, you rented out a movie, you put it in your DVD player, you watch 30 minutes of it and says, I don't really like this. You still have to go back in your car and return this. With Netflix, you don't have to do that. You just hit the back button, browse through some different things, and then you go ahead and then you go ahead and make a decision on what you want to watch at that point in time. Netflix delivered a more least resistance and more ideal customer buying journey than Blockbuster at the time. And eventually Blockbuster went out of business. I mean, when they first started, generated a more ideal customer buying experience. And they declined it later on because they were so big. And Netflix eventually put them out of business. I mean, it's really silly, right? What you did to expand, you decided you didn't have to do it anymore. It's pretty much what David Cook decided, right? And Netflix put Blockbuster out of business. So what does this have to do with social media optimization? What does this have to do with SEO? Okay, social media, as a matter of fact, I want to start with SEO. I want you to understand what SEO is, okay? SEO is search engine optimization, if you don't know. Most of you guys should know what search engine optimization is. It's been around for a while, but if you don't, SEO, it stands for search engine optimization. And here's how it works. You got your prospect over here, okay? This is the prospect. The prospect decides that, hey, they may have an interest for a certain product or a certain interest. So what does the prospect do? They go on to Google, Yahoo, or Bing. These are all classified, by the way, as search engines. Okay? So the prospect says, hey, I have a certain interest for a product, so I'm going to load up Google, Yahoo, or Bing, and then I'm going to do some research. Okay? And when I do this research, I'm going to come to a conclusion of what I want to do. So here's how it happens. You got the prospect, they load up Google, they do keyword research. Okay? After they do keyword research, right? They land on a website. So you got the website here. And on this website, you got an article. Okay, so you're consuming content via an article most of the time. 99% of the time it was an article. Okay, so if you had, let's say you had a toothache, right? So I'm the prospect, I'm gonna load up Google, Yahoo, or Bing, and I'm going to do some keyword research. I'm gonna do, hey, wisdom tooth, hurting bad, and bleeding. I might type that in as a keyword, right? What's gonna happen is a website, it's gonna load up different websites, and they're all gonna have information on what that diagnosis could be, okay? And on that website, you're reading an article about why your gums are bleeding and what your wisdom tooth are, and they give you information to help you make a decision. And at the end of this, they say, you know, call us now and we can give you an offer to get your wisdom teeth removed. Okay, and that's kind of how search engine optimization is. So you got your prospect, they go into search engines, they do keyword research, and by doing that, they end up on a website that actually gives them the information that they're looking for via articles most of the time, right? Text, okay? And then they have a call to action at the end. This is social media optimization. This is the Netflix of Blockbuster, okay? SEO is Blockbuster, SMO is Netflix, okay? Literally, it's like the same process. You got the prospect, okay? But instead of loading up Google, Yahoo, or Bing, one of the search engines, let's say they do YouTube, okay? And on YouTube, they do keyword research. Okay, so they're researching, okay, and instead of them landing on a website, right, they're still on the YouTube platform and they're typing in, let's say for an example, right, let's go back to the recent example, my gums are bleeding, okay, and my wisdom tooth are growing in. So one of the keywords that I'm going to type in on YouTube is, what does it mean when your gums are bleeding near your wisdom teeth? Okay, and there may be a video of a dentist sitting inside of his office, and he creates a 5-minute video that goes over what it actually means when your gums start to bleed by your wisdom teeth, and what are the next steps you need to take to stop this from getting worse, okay? And then at the end of the video, he has a call to action where he says, hey, if you want an offer on how to get this pulled, you know, how to get your teeth pulled, right, call me at, you know, da-da-da-da-da. And most of the time they listed that information in the description box right underneath the video. But here's what happens. Their consumption is different, okay? With SEO, we're looking at articles, okay? With SMO, we're looking at videos, okay? Let me ask you this. If you were to go on the internet right now and type up a how-to video, would you rather listen to an article or would you rather look at a video of how to do what you're doing? Let me give you a good example. I bought an entertainment system last year, and inside of the entertainment system, when I got it unpackaged, it came with a manual and it had written text. I literally I couldn't grasp on how to hook up this whole it was a very complex system. I could not grasp how to hook up my cable box, how to hook up my Xbox to it, and all the other things I had connected to my TV. I didn't know how to do that, right? But what I ended up doing, instead of going to Google, Yahoo, or Bing and typing in the keyword of how to hook up my entertainment system for XYZ product, right? Instead of using SEO, what I did, I went on YouTube, typed that same thing that I was looking for in on YouTube, and I got a video that actually showed me how to do it. So the context was deeper. I was able to see for myself how they did it, right? Instead of someone actually writing it out, right? So it's a different type of way you're consuming the information. And on YouTube, right, once you consume one video, it now allows you to say, hey, this prospect watched, let's say, 50% of the time, 50% of this video, which is going to tell me that, hey, they do have a problem and they want to solve it, and they're really interested in solving it because they wouldn't watch 50% of this video on what is happening to your mouth when it's bleeding and you got wisdom teeth. So what can I do? I can retarget this person on all the social media platforms, right? After they watch this video, if I do it the right way, I can structure up another video that goes over information inside of that field, but gives them new type of information. So SMO is SEO, okay? But it's the Netflix of SEO. So most people can't even grasp what social media optimization is. They're not even aware of what it is. And right now, this is a buyer's market. It's so new, you got virtually no players in this game. If you look at your competition right now, how many of your competition right now is dominating on, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter? If you ask yourself that and you're like, it's not really a lot, right? Look at your big competitors. Just do this. Stop this video right now. Look at all your big competitors and see what they're doing on social media. Virtually nothing, okay? And by them not doing virtually nothing on social media, your prospects are now using different platforms, okay? Instead of using, and I'm gonna write this out for you guys so you can see it. So up here I got platforms, okay? And I got SEO on the left, SMO on the right, okay? SEO, you're gonna use platforms like Google, Bing, Yahoo. SMO, you're gonna use platforms like YouTube. And if you know anything about YouTube, YouTube is a search engine, but it's optimized for videos. So it's more of an enhancement of Google, Bing, and Yahoo, okay? They're using Facebook. They're using Instagram. They're using Twitter, right? Professionals are using LinkedIn. Okay, so the platforms are changing. The systems are the same, but the way your consumers are consuming their research, they're consuming it on different platforms. So instead of using instead of using Google, Yahoo, and Bing to do their research and actually gain their research from a website, right, that has an article on it, what they're doing is they're switching up the platform. Someone's going straight to YouTube as opposed to Google, Bing, and Yahoo, and they're doing their research and they're getting video content. Video content is so much more valuable than an article. The context inside of a video content is so much more valuable than it is when it's in an article, right? So just imagine that I'm going over SMO right now, and you Google SMO, and you go on the websites and you see all these articles, right? You read these articles. I mean, you really don't have an understanding of how it works. And then you have a video that I'm delivering to you right now that I'm going more in context with it, right? It's doing, it's doing multiple things at one time. Okay, so not only are you consuming the content, but I'm also doing branding with you. So if you can understand those two, you know what SMO is, and you know how it relates to SEO. And if you want more information on how you can develop this for your business, there should be a link or a button somewhere around here. And we would actually consult with you and actually map out your entire process and how it should work, right, for your business. So again, there should be a link somewhere. My name is Ricky Ward. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to get a hold of me at, message me, DM me, wherever you're seeing this piece of content right now. Get a hold of me on that platform, and I'll be more than happy to map this out for your business. So hope to talk to you guys soon.